2017, 2018. My portfolio did 160x. I lost it all. I was like, whoa. Okay, so I had some money. I was working a job. I put it into crypto. I had some clients. I was starting to build some momentum, and I did well with this crypto thing. Maybe it'll happen again, but I need a new avenue to make money.
Okay, so quick question. Sorry to cut you off there, but was you studying Bitcoin and what it's going to do, or was it by luck?
It was merely thinking about, hey, this thing is going to do well. It's going to make money, decentralized, hodl. The first cycle nerd, right? The guy that sees it, understands that it's cool, but doesn't understand it. They see it, but they don't understand it. They want to participate. Most people last one cycle because they're really uninterested. If you last a second cycle, you get seasoned. And if you last a third cycle, I think that that's where the opportunity lies. So during the first cycle, I got wrecked. At the top, I pulled a loan from the bank. Terrible, right? And I was like,
to put money into crypto?
Put money into crypto.
Yep.
But this was at the top. And I was like, fuck, this is terrible. I need to make more money. So at the time I was flipping Instagram pages, was running ads on Facebook for different clients. I was like, you know what? I need to expand my horizons. And I started considering e-commerce. 2019, get into e-commerce, do 8 figures in sales. I was selling essential products and home goods. During COVID, it took off because everybody was focused on what? Sanitation and cleanliness. So I started selling sanitation products. But then all the advertising platforms, they shut down all the sanitation products because people were price gouging. They were taking it, buy low, sell high.
Yep.
Social media platforms didn't like that. So I said, let me repurpose my products and sell them to dogs. So now we're selling sanitation products and household products without talking about, COVID or things of this nature that were not allowed. Did 8 figures, grabbed all the profits except $10,000. And in the COVID March crash, we put all of our money into crypto.
I remember that. I think it was around $4,000, $5,000 Bitcoin.
No, I didn't buy Bitcoin. Bitcoin wasn't my main purchase. My main purchase was ETH.
Oh, really?
ETH was $100, something along.
Why ETH and why not Bitcoin? If you had made 8 figures, took the profits, and
because I just experienced the bull run that ETH absolutely took over.
Yeah.
So I was like, what are the multiples? The multiples, I was looking at $100 ETH, super cheap. It had gone up to 1,000 or 1,500. I was thinking 15x. I was like, bro, this is crazy. And it did a 40x. It was crazy.
That's mad.
40x? I think it was a 40x.
Something
from
like
1,000 to 4,000 change.
Yeah.
From 100 to 4,000.
Yeah.
That was the bull run. So was able to capitalize on that, did extremely well, and made my money in investments. So took some investments, made money in crypto, got into private equity, invested in some deals. And then I decided to reopen Capital Club, which I had opened up in 2019. And then I decided to open it for more entrepreneurs. And I was like, hey, you know what? In order to attract entrepreneurs, I guess I got to make some content. So I started making some videos on the internet, and here we are today. But mostly in crypto, man. Just really enjoying my time, seeing Bitcoin become normalized, and just being a guy that was able to make it out of the trenches because of the digital gold rush that we're in.
Yeah, I think the first video I come across of you when you were making content is Luke Belmar visits Andrew Tate in Romania. Was that the title of the vlog, I think?
I think so. That was 2 years ago almost.
Yeah. So that was
a while ago.
I'd probably come across you before that as well, but that was probably the main thing that actually took off alongside Andrew Tate's rise to fame as well and stuff like that as well. Yeah,
he had just gotten canceled, so I went out and visited him.
Yeah.
And they're great people, bro. Yeah, they're great people, and I mean, it's been so long. It's been 2 years, so hopefully they get out extremely soon.
I saw some news that I think Romania have dropped the case and they're free to leave, I think. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I haven't kept too much on of it.
But hopefully
we'll see what's what. So you opened Capital Club in 2019. This was before your ecom store and before you invested
This was during the success of ecom.
Okay.
But then the bull run rolled around.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm either going to focus massively on community. I'm going to take advantage of the opportunities in crypto. And I said, I can't focus on both. Everybody was launching communities, right? That's how they were making money. I'm like, no, it's not for me right now. I need to focus on my investments. That's what I did. It was a great decision because then I had the liquidity to, during the bear market, actually focus on building the foundation of what today is one of the biggest entrepreneur networks in the entire world.
Yep.
And now, once again, my focus is Capital Club. My focus is my community, content, and obviously crypto because I'm a crypto nerd.
Crypto guy at heart.
I like it, bro. You know what I mean? Here's the thing. Today, the beauty about Bitcoin, the beauty about crypto, the beauty about decentralization is the fact that you own all of it. If you put money in the bank today, the government can take it, the police can take it, the bank itself can freeze it. You don't own it. Your debit card can stop working. Visa can kick you. If you're a payment processor, they can tell you, hey, we're no longer processing your payments. There's too many middlemen that are owning your actions, and they realize the power. Bitcoin allows me to send you $10 million without asking anybody for a couple bucks. Okay, I understand if there's gas fees, I'm paying for security, I'm paying for reliability. Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to pay percentages. I'm not going to pay and sign fees and waivers and make phone calls to move my money.
Yeah, sure, money.
People are programmed into banks being a requirement. Once you begin playing with these DeFi apps, you're like, oh shit, this is better than anything else. Look at Ton, right? Ton right now is building on Telegram. I can send you $1 million via USDT to your Telegram username instantly for zero. I pay nothing and I can send you money. Now, okay, cool. For us, we're in the West. We're chilling. I got Venmo. I got PayPal. I got Cash App. But what if you're in Africa? What if you're in the Philippines? What if you can't get a PayPal account?
Or even
What if you have to send money to a friend?
Yeah, not even that, or even international transfers itself. You know, I've
crazy.
done transfers from UK to US, and the long procedure you got to go through, and the questions you got to answer is just long, bro.
So imagine I have Telegram. You have Telegram. Hey, yo, what's your Telegram username? COcast? Okay, I owe you 30,000. No worries. Here you go, 30,000 USDT straight to your Telegram username.
Yeah.
What gets better than that?
Done. No questions asked. Nothing.
Nothing gets better than that. So why am I not going to use the best alternative? It might not be popular yet, but it will be. You just have to give it time.
All right. So I'm not much of a crypto nerd, so you're gonna have to explain this for me, right? But some cryptos, they come out and they portray that they got some sort of utility and some sort of use case, right? Okay. Why fuck that straight away?
Because most of it is bullshit, dude. Most people are lying. You know why memes are great? Because you know what it is.
Yeah.
You know what you're getting.
You know, you're getting straight a meme.
No promises, no hype, no roadmap 2045.
Yep.
No, we're going to build the next decentralized computing, blah, 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 blah. Most of the foundational stuff in crypto has been built. The tech is there. People are just trying to recreate old success. Yeah, there's going to be competitors. There's going to be things that are going to approach and roll out. But a lot of the things inside of crypto, they're scams. The teams, they're fraudulent. I try to talk to the teams that I put my money in, because with crypto, if you're a large influencer, you have a lot of followers, people will pay attention to you. So I have the open door to a lot of these projects. And sometimes I peek behind these projects that have great marketing, great ads, great graphics, incredible website, white paper that is amazing. And then I talk to the marketing guy. He has no marketing plan on user acquisition. Okay, great. You have a product, but nobody's going to use it. Why are you worth $1 billion? You know what I mean? So the scam isn't whether the thing works or not. It's what it's intrinsically worth versus what it's valued at. And all the things that are holding up that fake value, the VCs, the exchanges, the people that are holding on to all these tokens. So what you see is retail getting dumped on, because retail can't get the initial bids. They can't be the initial buyers. That's why meme coins work so well, because the retail guys, they can jump in from the beginning. They can jump in from $1 million market cap.
Yep.
Here, I have to jump in at $1 billion market cap when it gets listed on Binance. And that's so the players, the savvy players, are realizing that they can make their own game.
Yeah.
And they don't have to do all the labels and all the bullshit and all. There's a lot of great projects in crypto, but most of them, project of quality or not, have no desire, no ability to acquire and retain customers. Would you prefer holding some random AI coin, or would you prefer holding Doge because you understand the momentum, the culture, the people behind it? I know it sounds crazy, but that's the world we live in. Would you prefer holding Dogecoin or the Zimbabwe dollar?
But correct me if I'm wrong. Something
Would
like
you prefer holding the Dogecoin or the Zimbabwe dollar?
Probably Dogecoin. Yeah.
So which one's the meme coin? Which one's the shit coin?
Yeah.
Which one stores value? Which one can you trust? That's why I'm saying, like, money, the definition of money, how we think of finance, as how we think about trading, how we think about crypto, everything is a big fat illusion. The only thing that is actually real amongst most of these things is probably Bitcoin. It's the realest thing that exists probably in the world when it comes to money.
I get what you're saying, right? But the thing is with meme coins, as much money as you can make from it, you still can't trust it fully because you don't know which way it's going to go. You don't know what's going to happen. You know, someone might invest 10K and then lose it.
You have most of your money in British pounds though, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Why do you trust it?
I don't.
But then why do you have it there?
Well, I don't have most of my money in my actual account. I put it away in investments, whether it be watches, whether it be property.
Okay, so it's
like
different stuff that's producing stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, that's the name of the game.
Yeah.
Because once again, the British pound or the US dollar, you do know it's a fuck up. Because you know that the dev is going to continue printing tokens, right? Dollars. You know that they can at any moment freeze the ones that you have, and that they can send X amount to anybody for any reason, aka Ukraine 200 billion, right? Just mint tokens and send them away. So you can't trust that currency. So now the question is, what can you trust?
I agree with you on that completely. And I believe that, you know, keeping money in your mainstream bank accounts and anything to do with government, civilization, anything like that, forget it, right? But I don't know. I know you've just answered it why crypto is the answer, but who's to say there won't be something else that comes around and takes over that? Because
it can.
What if a crypto gets hacked or something and people's wallets get leaked, people get, I suppose, virtually robbed? Is that possible?
I mean, anything is possible, but is it probable? It's unlikely. I mean, Bitcoin, for example, has been studied and reviewed tens of thousands of times. And the reason it hasn't been hacked over the last decade is because they can't hack it. And does that mean that in the future there can't be something? I don't know. The point is, your main objective is to be with the highest form of currency, the best type of money. We've fallen under the illusion because of the dollar to think that the entire world has always been a uni-currency ecosystem. Back in the day in the United States, you would have a different currency for every different state. So everything was very fractionalized. This idea of one currency, hey, I can use dollars in Italy and I can use dollars in Hong Kong and I can use euros in Spain and then I can take the euros and use it in the US as well. This idea isn't necessarily common. Money used to be a lot more fractured. So the question now is, what's the soundest form of money in order to keep my time, my energy, and my efforts and preserve that value? And to me, I've just found it to be Bitcoin. I don't find it to be banks. I don't find it to be real estate. Once again, the real estate, you don't own it. The bank can come and seize it. The government can come and seize it. If you have a mortgage on it, it doesn't belong to you. You own a percentage of it. You have overheads, expenses, liabilities, things of this nature. I don't want that headache. And when you understand the Bitcoin of nature, finite supply, you understand that there's not more being made. You understand that there's hacks taking place all the time. The supply is being reduced. People are selling less and less of it. There's less millionaires in the world. There's more millionaires, than there are Bitcoins. So if every person that's a millionaire wants a Bitcoin, there's not enough. So scarcity is also important when it comes to understanding supply and demand and storing your value in certain assets.
So if I was to put, let's just say 20K into my account right now for crypto, how would you distribute that? And this isn't financial advice, so I don't want people.
So this is for like this bull run?
Yeah.
So for this bull run, I would say put 50% right away in Bitcoin. Don't even think about it. That's kind of, you don't play with it. You keep it. Probably put 5 in ETH, 5,000 in Ethereum. The rest I'd probably split 2,500 in Solana, and then the rest you can probably gamble. Play a little meme coin, play a little leverage.
Let's see where it gets.
Why not? But I would play the 3 essential pillars right now that are running the narratives. Bitcoin, the Bitcoin ETF, we just got it approved recently. The Ethereum ETF, Solana ETF is upon us. Like, these things are taking place. You see maybe a 2 to 3, maybe 4x multiple across those. And then obviously if you're playing the crypto game, you got to have that little degen side. So
I've seen the ETF thing. What is it exactly? What is ETF?
So it's an exchange traded fund. Yeah. It's basically an institutionalized version of people pooling money together in order to buy an asset.
Okay.
So you have ETFs for everything. And now that Bitcoin is considered an asset class, it only makes sense to have an ETF for Bitcoin. But it's opened up the door to now everything being potentially considered inside of crypto And we've had now the Ethereum ETF that's upon us. We have the potential Solana ETF. So I think this is going to start ramping up because the companies like BlackRock and Vanguard, State Street, things of this nature that operate in this capacity and build out ETFs, they collect fees from it.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't they hold $100 billion worth of Bitcoin if they have a 0.5% fee on that? They just have to hold it. Instead of people buying Bitcoin on Coinbase, they can just buy it on, on Robinhood to be an ETF. It's very simple, path of least resistance. And they're there to collect the fee. It's free money. They're a business. They're going to get the free money.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes sense, to be fair. And correct me if I'm wrong, but Trump has also endorsed Bitcoin. And this is very interesting, right? Because I think it was only a few days ago, or by the time this podcast comes out, it would have been quite a while ago, Biden has stepped down as president, or running for president, shall I say. And if Trump wins in November, then people are speculating that Bitcoin is going to fly through the roof, seeing as the president of the United States is endorsing Bitcoin. What do you think of that?
I think Donald Trump realizes that crypto enthusiasts are really passionate about decentralization and the freedom of their money, and that there's tens of millions of them that you don't want to piss off. And Biden pissed them off because he's trying to fuck everybody's crypto up. He has Gary Gensler, Muppet looking motherfucker that's trying to take over the market and ripping our shit to pieces. So people are pissed. Donald Trump says, hey, I'll let you keep your Bitcoin. Hey, I'll let you keep your decentralization. I like it. Starts adding the potentiality of the government holding some. So people want that. People will vote for it.
Andrew Tate always says one thing, right? With people who become multimillionaires through crypto and haven't really worked so much beforehand. So you might see some crypto nerds watching this podcast right now, buys crypto and becomes a multimillionaire overnight. They don't know what it takes to have hard work and dedication and go through the sacrifice and the struggle to be an entrepreneur, multimillionaire through that means. Now, what's your opinion on that there?
I mean, who cares? If you made the money, you made the money. Just don't lose it. Don't be the idiot that you're an idiot if you lose the money. If you make money, you're an idiot and you make the money. Now just get really smart. Because, I think it was one of these older kind of speakers. I forget his name. But he has this quote that he says, if you want to make $1 million, you best become a millionaire. Because if you make $1 million and you haven't developed into a millionaire, you'll lose it. Because in life, you are a reflection of your actions. Yep. You are a reflection of your thoughts.
Yep.
So if you haven't developed a millionaire mindset, if you haven't developed millionaire habits, if you haven't developed your ability to keep your money, if you make money by luck, you'll lose it. I've been there. But just because you have made money doesn't mean you're a nerd or you're a loser. Just take the money that you have and understand that if you don't level up, that money is in danger. So you level up to preserve your money. You level up as a safety net against yourself, against your own stupidity, right? Because you only lose things and you only fuck up if you don't prepare, if you don't have the knowledge. But it's not something that once you have money, you can't afford to do. You just can't be prideful. You need to understand that just because you have money doesn't mean you have everything else. And I think that that's what Andrew's talking about. It's like, hey, if you got money, that's dope. But that's not all you have, right? There's other attributes that you need to develop. And if you don't have these attributes, nobody's going to respect you because people don't just respect people with money. Maybe a suck up, maybe somebody that's really parasitic, maybe they just want your money. But nobody just respects money in and of itself.
And do you know what's funny as well? I don't even think people at your level, for example, when you meet people who are on the same level as you, they don't even look at your money, your net worth or anything like that. They look at the different attributes. They already know that you got the money there, but it's like, what else do you bring to the table? What else does Luke Belmar bring to the table besides his money? And it's all about the knowledge and I suppose the insight and the attitude you have towards life and towards business is what makes you, which I suppose, Tate wasn't taking that one into account pretty much, And I was going to say as well, it's funny because I probably have made quite a bit of money over the last year. And not to say I wasn't prepared for it, but I definitely didn't see that amount coming. But I think over the past few years of talking to people and, seeing what's what, and understanding business, you do have more understanding of how to preserve the money, how to make that money last, which I suppose let's get into that one now as well. So as well as making money last, so let's just say you've made a whole load of money in crypto. What would you do To preserve it, exactly.
Keep it in Bitcoin.
You would just keep it there. You wouldn't invest it in other businesses or anything like that. You just keep it as
Bitcoin is the greatest asset in human history. People just don't understand it. Dude, I'm in my 20s. I'm worth tens of millions of dollars. I'm not an idiot. People say you got lucky. I didn't get lucky, dude. I worked my ass off for a decade, but I just worked smart. People, maybe we worked the same amount. Maybe you worked harder. Okay, maybe you worked harder than me. It doesn't matter. Maybe I know something that you don't. So when I understand where the world is headed, I understand that what I need is to own my assets. So why the fuck would I have gold bars? If the world goes to shit, the world goes to shit, dude. Oh, okay. Maybe I invest in, some timepieces. Maybe I invest in some real estate. Maybe I diversify. But my understanding of wealth preservation is Bitcoin, dude. I understand it. There's limited supply. I know how many people want it. I'm in the conversations with the guys that literally run the world and run the internet. They all fuck with Bitcoin. They're going to be the rulers of the world of the future. They all love Bitcoin. They all love crypto. So I'm within that space because that's where I operate. On the flip side, the other place where I preserve my wealth is within businesses. So I like to invest in companies. I like to put my money into companies that are going to have the appreciation of equity that then I can sell or I can exit. That's where I find it because I actually have control. Real estate is great. I just personally have never really tapped into it. Most millionaires have come from real estate. So there's no diss there. But the times are changing. There's ways to make money, and crypto and the ability to control via equity or performance of companies for cash flow is the way that I operate. It's working quite well.
So the knowledge you're giving out right now is like the knowledge you'd give in Capital Club, right? Now, is Capital Club a place for someone to get rich, or is it for the rich?
Interesting that you asked that. So Capital Club operates in a multidimensional funnel because I've taken into consideration aspiring entrepreneurs, developing entrepreneurs, entrepreneurs that are experienced, and they all have different needs. And because I've gone through these different phases, I know what these individuals need in their given phase. So I can't tell you how an entrepreneur that makes $100 million a year should act because I've never made $100 million in 12 months. But I can tell you how to make $20 million in a year because I've made $20 million in a year. So up in the Capital Club's proportion of growth is in direct proportion to me as a founder, my ability to create and curate experiences for that given category. So it grows with me, which is really cool. So for aspiring entrepreneurs, we have our academy. It's a digital platform, the best online ecosystem to learn how to make money online. I focus on how to make money on the internet because that's where I made my money. So whether it's stocks, crypto, social media marketing, drop shipping, e-commerce, agency, we have a plethora of experts from all around the world that have generated anywhere from 7 to 9 figures come and talk to you and teach you how to specifically master that business model. Now, for developing entrepreneurs, we have our network and our marketplace. So the marketplace is, once I start making money in business, I start realizing I have bottlenecks and that I need what? Networks and connections. I need to have access to rooms and deals. So inside of my marketplace, I give access to my developing entrepreneurs, better payment processing, better rates and discounts with different companies that are essential. So what would cost you, let's say $1,000 a month in subscriptions because I have connections in my club, now you can get it for $500 because we have better rates, because I can come in as a group.
Yeah.
There's power in numbers, and we're tens of thousands. And then you have your developing entrepreneurs that are moving to developed entrepreneurs and want to network and really want to level up. We have the network experience where I travel all over the world getting together with some of the most brilliant minds, business, entrepreneurship, finance, and they really appreciate and they cherish in-person relationships. So creating these environments, these spaces, these experiences for them is the third aspect of Capital Club. So Capital Club, the side of educational information, just one aspect, because once again, a lot of these companies, we talked about investing. A lot of these companies that I invest in, they come from my circle of influence. They come from the people around me. So as somebody that wants to see people win and understands the things that are essential to win, if I could create an academy that helps people understand the right mindset, understand the best business models, and curates them into being a good entrepreneur, it then does what for me? it increases my odds of what? Success if I invest into that individual because I know their formation.
Yeah.
So if I can invest in your formation, then it's a lot easier to invest in your company because I know what you're made of.
Yeah.
Because you're investing in people. You're not investing in just products and ideas.
Yeah, you meet the people impart
So
yourself.
I've created the entire funnel process from beginning to end. The academy allows me to fund the operations of the club. The networking event allows me to fund the network events in and of themselves. And I make my money off of my investments. And as the owner of the club, it gives me the ability to operate a little bit outside of it. So it's not kind of like other people that live off of the revenue of that club. That's not how I work. I make my money outside of it. So the club kind of operates as its own ecosystem. Capital Club is incredible.
So if you give me an example, you've got a meet up this week in London, right? If I was to come, what would I expect?
So I'll give you
I'll
give you an example, something that was publicly portrayed. So I'm holding a Capital Club event in Spain.
Yeah.
Right. I have the Lior, one of the co-founders of AutoDS, one of the biggest dropshipping softwares out there, says, "Hey Luke, I want to come over to the event." Hey, no worries. Send you the invoice. See you in Spain. Jordan Welch calls me. Hey, I want to come to Capital Club. Okay, no worries. Send you the wire details. Be here at this location at this time. They don't know anything. They don't know the event, who's speaking, where it's at. Just show up in this place at this time. This is the week. 6 months later, they show up. Networking, 100 entrepreneurs, 5-star restaurants, 5-star hotels, biohacking experience, entrepreneurs coming up from all over the world. These two guys meet, talking. They're like, "Hey, you know what? Jordan, you have a great company." "Well, I have a lot of money, AutoDS." "Well, what if I buy your company?" So from coming together, one receives customers and influence. The other one gets a buyout. So Capital Club creates the ability for you to do business, which is what it's all about.
Yeah, it's the middle party.
It's all about the ROI. You come to Capital Club, you have massive ROI.
Yeah.
That's all I think about. What's the ROI of people inside of Capital Club? If somebody gives me $1,000, I'm thinking, how can they get $10,000 worth of real tangible value? Not some intrinsic, hey, this is worth 997. No. Real, valuable, tangible results. So we see acquisitions take place. We see buyouts. We see business partnerships take place. We see people make tens of thousands of dollars with new business models. We see people all the way from the beginning learning how to make their first $1,000. It's from zero to hero, from peasant to king. Capital Club is phenomenal.
Best way to do it.